We're just starting the Tracks Engine parade now, and we've got Owen Bennett, a little model in the front, guy from Southland. The Bradley family from Ashburn, just coming along behind. We're the model and the big one. They've been in Tracks Engines for a long, long time. They came down with a transporter, which is very, very sensible. This part of the world sure is. The next engine coming, they came from North Canterbury, and they're not as sensible. They drove down. Now, how dumb is that?
How long did that take?
3.5 days it took us.
I actually like that though. I like the fact that
I can tell you one thing, we're not driving home. Okay. They're not still on the way home from the party. There we go. Yeah, they're my grandchildren. Yeah.
Hey, welcome. Welcome.
There's Harry and Lucy and Alice, and we've owned that engine since 1942.
I love that it's generational. Do they enjoy doing this?
I guess. Yeah. They have to. They've got no bloody choice.
What have we got here now?
Got another bit randy one, but yeah, this is from Ashburn. Timaru, owned by Bill Washington, the gold driller, and the Merkins are running that today. We call that the fruit salad engine. Can you understand why?
No, I can't.
No, I didn't think you could.
No, he says, very.
For Christmas, we want a can of black paint.
And you literally have them from all over the country. I think there's a representative from Hastings.
And this is Story Mackay from West Melbourne, and he drove that all the way from West Melbourne, which is a hell of a feat.
That's incredible.
He's a terrible man.
The preparation in order to do the show like this takes a lot of work to get them fired up in the morning and things like that.
Well, it does. It takes 3 months before getting on with the wife and 6 months after getting over it. Anyway, this is a Foden steam truck. It's originally from the North Island. The Gill Tracks took to the Gold Coast in the 1960s, and now it's brought it home. That's a 3-way tipper. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Who are they here? The Crossing family from South Canterbury, if they'll keep up. You can well tell they're not a friend of the barber.
I seem to recall them looking the same in 2023 when we were here.
Yeah, it's the same year. It's a barrel. And Stella from West Otago. Nice little Marshall, lovely. West Otago boys. They support you guys up here, I think, quite a lot.
That's great. And when we go, to sort of miniature specification, but replication is one of the big ones too.
That's what it's about. And this guy's from Taranaki, where they've bought that long land. So, just goes to retirement for terrible things. And he's still friends with his wife.
Now, just like you did this morning, you've arranged for them to come up in the centre here, and they're going to do
We'll just run around this side. It's too long that time. I don't know, and still watching they do. Yeah. And this engine here is from Taranaki. It's a hell of a feat to transport one of those from Taranaki. If you're at Kenwood, you've got 45 trucks at home and you don't pay the transport. These guys are going to pay for it. Nice. The taxpayer paid for the Kenwood. Yes. And the way model that also comes with that for Taranaki. So it's really good to see these guys that far away.
So just walk through how they're powered, how you get them to the right temperature, etc.
Took 2 hours in the morning, burning wood and coal. We're very conscious of the carbon, we don't care at all. And my wife's going to buy an electric car next year after I die, otherwise I couldn't put up the bloody thing in the garage. And this engine here is from Hastings, well-known transport people from Watkins. This one's from Winton. And so we're carbon friendly. We're very friendly to the coal. I like the fact that you preserve the history is what I like. Now, what are we talking age terms here? That was 1924. So that's the brake, the handbrake. You don't understand that. You never hold them. Little Garrett from Edendale. Did you hear what he just said? He was terrible. We're not repeating that. We're not repeating that. It involved sex and travel. Now, this one here, old man. Now, this is a hell of a story. This is the Searle family from Hawkshill in Sussex. They bought that engine out especially for this weekend. A 1934 Sentinel. Please put your hands together, everybody. That's come a long way up the UK.
really special.
And mum and dad arrived at the airport on last week, and they picked him up from the Queensland airport in that truck.
I love that.
Isn't that a story?
I love it. And on the back, of course, we can see that the water required is being fed basically straight in, isn't it?
No, that's just the water down the whistle.
Yeah.
And the marshal from Southland, lovely, yep. And then this big old car here from very well known farming family in North Calgary. They've recently got Pearson on it now, but they are one of the major, and they're like for many years. That's been England to be rebuilt.
The restoration on that is incredible.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Just phenomenal. So they're going to line up now and do what they do.
So for the young ones that are gathered around the Highlands parade ground here, very soon. The sound of the whistle.
Here we go. Here comes the signal.
It can get long, can't it? I know.
Yes. We're all finding it a lot better after being in the vehicle.
After we're done here now, you can go and talk then.
This is the first time today.
Okay, the first time today. Right, couple.
And here comes the steering.
So what have we got up the front?
That's a hot bar.
Beautiful.
I've got nothing to do with those things.
Okay. We won't push on them then.
We've got seven of them, but we have nothing to do with them.
Okay. So just waiting for the remainder of them to pull up here, and then we might. Do we need to do a countdown again? Al, do we need to do a countdown again to the sound off, if you will?
Yeah, we'll do a countdown. We've got a few steel wheel tractors coming in now. It's the Hard Park 1836. It's the first tractor in New Zealand with a power takeoff. So you see the power takeoff underneath Simon's left leg there. So the first tractor in New Zealand with a power takeoff shaft. So fired up Chronicles all tractors.
And what about this one here?
This is called an oil pull. So it fires on from the traction engines. And these were the big tractors that plowed in the prairie lands in the States. We got this one from the States. The Model H Rumley oil pull, driven by Bruno.
Circa what year?
That's a 1916 tractor. So one of the first tractors that came to New Zealand were the very early oil pulls. But the oldest tractor, one of the first few tractors that ever came to New Zealand, is this very special tractor that's coming into view now, and it's a Saunderson and Dickinson. It's a Rutherford family tractor. It farmed Leslie Hills and Colvin, and that family was a pioneering family ahead of the times. So they were the first one of the first few families with a tractor. They went from horse to tractor very early. And it's a real privilege to have probably the most famous tractor in New Zealand, certainly the most valuable one, come down from Canterbury to be displayed at Wheels at Wanaka.
So while we get to enjoy them coming into our arena here, let's just turn our attention back to the centre of the Highlands Parade Ground, because I think everyone is just about in place here. So can we start the countdown? Should we start the countdown? How about it? We need to in full voice, everybody, particularly our young ones. Let's count from 10 down to 0. They're going to make some noise for us. Here we go. Make some noise. Here we go. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go!
a nice round of applause. How impressive, eh? We're good, we're good.
So something you won't often see is two Saunderson tractors. So we've got the Saunderson Gifters from 1980, and we've got the 1919 Saunderson Universal, another one of the first early tractors that went to Northern. We've got Ron Muir driving it, and that tractor's been restored here in Wanaka. So two Saundersons together, you wouldn't see two in the world like that together. The first tractor that the royal family had, King George V, took the royal estates from horse to tractor in the Saunderson. So that was an English tractor of choice. So it's been a great display here today. We'll get these traction engines out of the ring. We'll try and get back on the schedule. And we've got the two-wheel bikes coming in to give you a real treat shortly.
And we are counting down something very, very special to celebrate Wheels at Wanaka 2025, and that is a world record attempt that will happen right around the venue. We're counting down to that, aren't we? It's going to be huge.
Yeah, we're counting down to 100 years of Caterpillar celebration. Attempting to have as many Caterpillar tractors in a parade. There'll be Caterpillar trucks, there'll be Caterpillar tractors, there'll be every Caterpillar in the parade. So we're counting down for that. We've got a couple of special things happening before that. So it's an action-packed afternoon here at the Wheels at Wanaka Highlands Arena.
As they make their way out, you make sure you give them a big wave and put your hands together and say thank you. Great to have them here with us. We'll see them again tomorrow, of course. But a very important part of our Saturday offering here.
These tracks using away back to the little paddock. At this gate here, number one, we shall have the motorbikes.
Dirt bikes, side by
Side by side, farm bikes, four-wheelers.
We're just ushering the rest of them out of the arena here now. It's a big show rolling. Hope you've had a fantastic Saturday. To all of you that had to brave a bit of traffic this morning, we say thank you. Thank you for your patience in particular. Unbelievable roll-up of people to enjoy a big Saturday here. Thanks to our good partners as well at Three Parks. They've been great hosts to Terracat in particular, celebrating a centenary. To Southpack Trucks, Kenworth.
Sorry to interrupt there, Rusty, but this machine here, I think we've talked about this last time, standing in the same position, but this is called a NAT. Now this is a New Zealand invention, our three-wheelers and farm bikes and that kind of thing. A New Zealand man, he designed this thing and it was used, it can go as fast in reverse as it does forward. It's a fantastic invention, and they were used for fencing and all sorts of different things.
I think you're being invited for a ride in the... Are you saying no? On the three-wheelers.
Yes it is.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course it is, yeah. The Honda Farm Bike, XL185, a CT125. Oh, getting carried away now.
This is one of the original four-wheelers.
Big red on you.
TRX. I thought this might happen.
Here we go.
Now then we get a decent look at these snowmobiles.
Snowmobile.
I tell you what, can you pull up here, will you?
Well, just that he can. He's got the top wheels on the
Now, what we're going to do, who's looking at me? I was doing the, when this is at the top. Yeah, we have to tell us about this machine. This is the Kawasaki. Now, did you text us when you've been up and down the dirt port? Well, are they?
Now, with the DMX and Snowmobile, there's a funky drive on dirt, which is why we have the wheels just to get around the track. Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't been on the dragster?
Nah, not today.
Good. Thank you very much.
Now you did get to experience something like that, didn't you?
I've driven up on the hills here on Snow Farm on one of those machines there. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. But it's incredible how much drag is created in snow trying to ride on them. So a little bit of grunt to make it all work, but definitely need some snow a little bit than down on dirt.
So that two-wheel parade continues here, and very soon it's all about endeavouring to break a world record to wrap up the day. Tasty steam machine there. 6110, I think that is, or close there too.
Honda, they're famous around the world, aren't they? Scouts or something like that, I think they are. There's more of those in the world than anything. Asia and the Pacific.
not a lot of people.
No. They're motorbikes. I think they make thousands and thousands of them. Probably millions. Kawasaki caught them with the keyboard
crash, four-wheel motorcycle display and more, you include the Snowmobile, head out of the arena. We're going to turn our attention to a bit more of a competition flavour here, aren't we? From a point of view.